Let's do it.
Lainey Wilson, welcome to Hot Country. I feel like this is a Hot Country Sister Squad thing that's happening right now because you are country bell bottom queen. Okay. You are the queen right now in country music, breaking records. First female in a decade, 2 singles in the top 10 here and in the
Wow.
US.
That's crazy. That's crazy. It's hard for me to even wrap my head around that. It just, like you just reminded me of it, honestly. And I'm like, holy moly, that sounds crazy. And here we are. I mean, I've been in Nashville for 12 years trying to do this thing. So all the hard work is finally starting to pay off.
Now, I want to go back 12 years. Lainey Wilson obviously evolved not only as an artist, but as a female. And the journey has taken you everywhere, the ups and the downs. Did you ever think that this
Hmm.
moment would come?
You know what? I knew this moment would come. And that kind of sounds crazy, but I've always had a weird sense of peace about knowing that I was going to find my place in the music industry, wherever that meant I landed. I didn't know if that meant I was just going to be a songwriter or an artist or if I'd wind up in the business. But even at 9 years old, when my mama and daddy took me on a family vacation, I begged them to drive through Nashville on the way home to Louisiana. And I remember exactly where I was on the interstate when I told them at 9 years old, I said, this is home. I just knew it. I knew that I was going to be a part of the industry. And 10 years later, I was 19 years old. I figured, you know what? I'm going to do this thing. Let's pack it up and let's go give it a try.
Wow. I have goosebumps listening to this because as a female, you have changed so much when it comes to music. You've changed so much. Like you're empowering women to be their authentic self and own their curves. And
Wow.
thank you for that.
Wow. Well, you know what? It's so crazy because of course, I'm human and I struggle with body positivity, just like most people do. And it's crazy to think that the Lord is using me to help with that. But I'll take on that responsibility. I really will. I want people to love themselves and honestly, this whole butt trend on TikTok has helped me in ways that you wouldn't expect. I mean, of course, it's a little weird being sexualized, but also at the end of the day, I'm like, no, I'm gonna be proud of my figure. I'm gonna be proud of what my mama gave me.
I love it. And when you posted your New Year's resolution photo and you said, you're going to maintain your butt and everyone could kiss your ass, sister, I
Uh
was praising you. I'm like, it is about time. Um,
huh.
2023 Billboard Rule Breaker Award. You're known for your powerful lyrics, your powerful messages in your song. Let's get to the story behind Heart Like a Truck because, I mean, let's
Yeah,
talk about heartbreak, no matter if it's broken in half, shattered, or just chipped.
that's right.
Oh, it's hard.
You it is. It is any kind of heartbreak, no matter what kind of heartbreak it is. You're right.
Where did you come up with this?
This song was. It's supposed to be about embracing the scratches and the dents. We were sitting around, me and my co-writers, Tranny Anderson and Dallas Wilson, and Tranny actually had this idea. It was in the middle of the pandemic. We were trying to figure out which route we wanted to go, and at first it kind of started out as more of like a rockin' kind of song, but we stepped away after about 30 minutes of trying to write it, and we said, are we being honest? Are we being honest with ourselves and the people who are going to be listening to this song? And the truth was, we weren't. So we just really started talking about, the rough patches that we were going through. And we were talking about not being ashamed of the scratches and the dents and the bumps along the way, because at the end of the day, that's what gives you a story to tell. And the shiny truck on the lot cannot say that. So it's a song about finding freedom and strength. It's a song about just embracing the things that you have gone through.
I know when I first heard it, like I get tears in my eyes because you embrace you were able to sing that emotion that we feel and when we go through a heartbreak. That's one of the hardest things that you can ever put into words sometimes. And in saying that you're running on dreams and gasoline, I mean, I feel like between that and coffee and wine, I mean,
Uh-huh. A
uh,
little combination of all of it.
it's all the stuff that just makes, heartbreak a little bit easier. The collab that you have with Hardy, Wait in the Truck, 4 minutes, 30 seconds, vivid storytelling in this song. How did this song come about?
Yeah, so I was actually in the Nashville airport flying out, and Hardy sent me the song. I didn't write the song, and it's one of those that I wish I did. But he said, Lainey, I think I wrote the best song I've ever written, which is really hard for me to believe because I think everything that he writes is it's just magic. And but I listened to it and I knew what he meant. You know, it took me right back to the 90s. It took me back to why I fell in love with country music to begin with. It told a story, a real story about things that maybe a lot of people don't want to talk about. But at the end of the day, like it reminded me of songs like Whiskey Lullaby and Thunder Rolls and Goodbye Earl and those storytelling songs. I knew I had to be a part of it. You know, I knew that this message was powerful and I would kick myself if I didn't say yes. So, you know, we already had Heart Like a Truck. It was at radio already. And I'm like, here we go, another dang truck song. But sometimes you can't even plan it.
Yeah, and there's always something about a truck, isn't there? There's just
There is.
the story, the
There
mind.
is. That's right. You write and sing about what you know. So I know a lot about, you know, I grew up in the back of a truck. So might as well just sing about them.